Kichi, Kichima, Chipram Konto, Alliance, shoot to kill, Yamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer, brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa. Attention.
Yo, what's up and welcome to Common Sense SA. I'm Andre Faro. Firstly, a big shout out to everybody that have just continually sharing, liking, as well as commenting the videos, especially those that have been new to this channel. Thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button, and just make sure you hit the notification every single time you subscribe. Reason why is because every single time I upload, you will be the first to get to see the content. We all know that the beef between President Cyril Ramaphosa, aka Cupcake, and President Donald Trump has been coming a long way. In 2025, the two got to meet in person, and man, was it fireworks. The whole world got to see that Donald Trump brought the receipts while Cyril Ramaphosa was trying to suck up to Elon Musk and others in the Oval Office. So South Africa, we all know that famous clip of President Cyril Ramaphosa where he pushes back to Donald Trump when Donald Trump put on X that he's really concerned about the ANC government confiscating land from South African citizens without compensation. And so he just shared it. But then Cyril Ramaphosa decided, I'm going to push back and I do not care what you think. And this is how it went.
And we've been saying, for this issue of the land, this issue that Donald Trump fears so much, we offer this question of the land. I don't know what Donald Trump has to do with South African land, because he's never been here. And he must keep his America, we will keep our South Africa. That's what he must do. South Africa is our land. South Africa belongs to all the people who live here in South Africa. It does not belong to Donald Trump. He can keep his America. And Ene is even worse. He is even worse. When I meet him, I will tell him.
And so in 2025, the two presidents finally got to meet in the Oval Office. And man, was it something South Africans as well as the world was waiting for. Because Donald Trump was already on a track record where every single president or prime minister that have entered into the Oval Office, you would either get a good laugh or President Trump would bring out the receipts, and man, would that make you look bad. And of course, President Trump brought out the receipts, and this is how it went.
To turn that, I could show you a couple of things, and I have to, it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would, and turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you, Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do, with or without you. People are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yeah. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. So whatever I want to do, we can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament. Honorable. Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill, Yamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer, pa, pa, pa.
So in the Oval Office, Trump asked Cyril, now why didn't you arrest Julius Malema, the EFF leader, for the way he's been going on, chanting, kill the farmer, kill the boer, and making it a sense of, no, it is a struggle song. What kind of struggle? That's my question I would like to know. Julius Malema, what struggle are you going through at this moment? Looking at the cars that you drive and the mansion you live in, man, that struggle looks good. I would love to struggle. If that's how struggle looks in 2025, that's exactly how I would want to struggle. But here is some evidence to show you the relationship between Julius Malema and President Cyril Ramaphosa. So with the beef between President Cyril Ramaphosa and President Trump, Trump decided he's going to show off his power. And he gave Afrikaners the refugee status to America. And of course, this was an uproar. This was complete and utter upset from a whole lot of people in South Africa. We even had Dan Corder and Trevor Noah making jokes about the white genocide. Now, let me quickly state this. There is no white genocide in South Africa, but the mere fact that you have a political party that constantly singing of unaliving Afrikaans people in this country, that is definitely inciting and also encouraging for that genocide to happen. Now let's get back to Donald Trump. Donald Trump gave that refugee status to the Afrikaners, and man, did the first group go. This is how it went.
Welcome. Welcome to the United States of America. It is such an honor for us to receive you here today. This is the land of the free. It makes me so happy to see you with our flag in your hands, and that flag symbolizes liberty for so many of us. Many of us, our families, have had a journey not that different from the journey that you are embarking on today. Any adjustment in life, any change takes a while to get used to. But I want you all to know that you are really welcome here, and that we respect what you have had to deal with these last few years. We respect the long tradition of your people and what you have accomplished over the years, and I am sure that you will be successful. It's, as you know, a lot of you, I think, are farmers, right? When you have quality seeds, you can put them in foreign soil and they will blossom, they will bloom. And we are excited to welcome you here to our country, where we think you will bloom, and we will hopefully allow you to have fulfilling lives for your children, and then we will bloom and we will benefit alongside.
So Cyril Ramaphosa was not happy with it. He shared his opinion, the mere fact that he felt that South Africans should deal with this kind of issue the way South Africans should. And so he created a national dialogue. He allowed South Africans to share their opinion. But what an epic fail. An epic fail. The mere fact that they excluded colored people and the Khoisan community out of this discussion shows you once again that this is not about dialogue or solving the problems of this nation. This is mere fact of showboating. Let's just put something together to satisfy their needs. And that's how Cyril thinks of South Africans. And so Donald Trump hasn't been showing any interest in South African affairs in a while. And then, of course, South Africa has to go poke the bear. And then this is what happens. The ANC decided to put out a statement, which they have gotten from News 24. And we all know what News 24 is all about. It is the propaganda machine for the government. So the statements were put out there that 44 Afrikaners have decided to speak up for the 4.5 South African Afrikaners that they will not take up the offer from Donald Trump. But I want to show you a clip quickly from Ronaldo, which I think will give you more context to this matter.
So it's been 24 hours since Rapport dropped the bombshell that prominent Afrikaners letter was in actual fact not written by prominent Afrikaners, but was written by DIRCO, the Department of International Relations and Cooperation. More specifically, a lady called Karen Burger, who is a director at DIRCO and until 2024 was in Washington. Now there's more information coming out that she's actually a spy for the South African government, but I'm not going to get into that. All I want to know is, why has the English mainstream media not reported on this story at all. Because News 24 was the ones that dropped this letter out of nowhere. You couldn't find this letter anywhere, but then News 24 came out with the story, and then that's where it gained traction. And now that report has uncovered WhatsApp messages exposing Karen Burger. Now News 24 doesn't have anything to say, and they haven't followed up with an article. Why? You know, a lot of people accuse News 24 of being the mouthpiece of the ANC, and then News 24 comes out and says, oh, it's right-wing people and it's the podcasters that cast aspersions on us. But Exhibit A, you know, here you are, you were the ones that revealed this prominent Afrikaner letter, and now that you have been exposed, now you don't have anything to say. This is why nobody trusts you.
South Africa, we have to put the cards on the table. Now, let's be clear. There is no white genocide yet. And the reason why I say that is because you have a political party that has 9% of votes in South Africa, that when they meet at a rally, they're chanting about unaliving a specific group of people in this country. And it's shocking to see that the Constitutional Court will back this to say it's just a chant from the apartheid time. It is shocking that the exact same people that would have claimed that they're fighting for freedom would sing something to another group of people, even though the oppressor was the government. But you see, South Africa, history can repeat itself. And it seems like Julius Malema does not know his history. And another thing, there's 142 laws against white people in this country. And yes, Dan Corder will come up with that lame excuse to say, but there are other categories as well. But Dan, it's still a law. You see, South Africa, we live in a nation where people will not take responsibility for their action. And yet the South Africans have to take the brunt of it. Bad policies create bad results. And this is how it works with the ANC government, even with the GNU. I am not impressed with the way Cyril Ramaphosa, aka Cupcake, has presenting this nation. We have been seen as weak and incompetent of doing our job. South Africa, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification. Thank you for your likes and your comments. Have a fantastic day. God bless.